Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Angela's still in the only chair that we have. And when I got the phone propped up so I ain't got to hold it the whole time, I was wondering, I was making sure because it is maybe a little muffled, but I'm glad y'all can hear me. Okay, Jesse, I'll probably be on for quite a while tonight. I understand if you gotta make your road trip and everything. Maybe when it gets a little bit later, it won't be so bad. And it wasn't bad earlier. It was just a few people here and there. You know, awesome. Well, I sure do appreciate you, and yeah, go yell. Oh. I still have the tan on my left arm, my left wrist, where I wear my bracelet every day, my Luke 18:1 bracelet that I've lost somewhere. I think I know exactly where I lost it at, though. I think I had taken it off the night before Angela got discharged because I was sweaty in the room and it was, a little rubber bracelet. It was irritating my wrist. I took it off and laid it in the windowsill up there at the hospital, and I think when she got discharged, I forgot to reach over and grab it. So I've been missing my bracelet. I wore that thing every day. But hopefully one day I'll be able to get me another one. Because we are still in the same situation we was in earlier. Um, Still need a lot of help. So I'm hoping. Well, right now we need a lot of help. So sorry, guys. I was just thinking for a second. Trying to start Snapchat back after a while. How's everybody's Saturday night going? Jesse, are you driving up there to him tonight, or are you going back home tonight? I didn't know which way you was heading this. Well, ain't nobody talking tonight. Awesome. Well, on the 18th of June, she was rushed to the hospital. She had um, two pretty bad seizures back to back. While she was in the hospital, when she was in the ER, they admitted her to the hospital for her heart rate. They couldn't get her heart rate to drop below 150. Um, that started a 9-day stay in the hospital. Um, they had to shock her out of AFib. Um, she's been on a bunch of meds for the irregular heartbeat. She's been on meds to get fluid off of from around her lungs. Um, she's got put on a blood thinner because of the heartbeat and everything. Um, she went through quite a bit in those 9 days, and it's taken her a few weeks to get back to close to normal. She's doing better now. She's been toughing it out and fighting it. I'll tell you that much. So none yet right now. We was on the other night. Well, I was the other night, just a couple of times, just talking and cutting up and having fun. But unfortunately tonight, um, I'm searching for help on our place. During all that, I got behind on some rent, and yeah, again, I got behind on some rent, and I have to have it caught up by Monday. We had a an agreement laid out with the place and was paying it, the back rent off, and they decided they was not going to go with their agreement and gave me till Monday to come up with the full $500. I've got 100 of it. No battles right now, my friend. Hey, Kit, we're here. We're stressed, but we're here. Angela said, "Hey, we are desperately trying to get some help with this other $400 we got to come up with by Monday, so we don't get evicted." So I tell you, the last 6 weeks has really kicked my butt. I've called around to churches before, and they'll help with utilities and groceries. As far as rent and stuff, they don't want to help with that. Yeah, kid, we had the agreement with them and everything to pay it, you know, pay the back rent off, and then they decided yesterday that they didn't want to go that route. They wanted it all up front. And if I don't have it by 8 o'clock Monday morning is the latest I can pay it. Um, they start the eviction process. So I need $400. Hey, Hart. Be kind. I thought it was be kind. I was pretty sure it was. I just didn't want to say be kind and it wouldn't be you. We're not health wise. Angela's done a lot better, but otherwise we are not doing good at all. Queen, I do have one of those. Thank you. We do not get Social Security. This economy is the worst that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I never in my life thought I would be 46 years old and struggling like this. I mean, I didn't. I've never struggled like this before in my life. You know, I worked at NSK. We got and did what we wanted. You know, those loans are so high, paying it back would kill me. I mean, it really would be. It would be. It'd put me in a tighter spot than I am. I just can't. I can't. I don't have any wiggle room to pay an extra bill right now. I'm looking for anybody that can help me with anything towards that $400. They really are, Rambo. Oh no, this economy is going to get worse, guys. It's going to get worse. I like it's on fire. It's 100% going to get worse. Um, if anybody wanted to help, I would give you my cash. I don't have Cash App. I'll give you my Venmo or PayPal if anybody wanted to help. I am Janet. And what got me in this situation is I had to miss some. No, we haven't been in Dyersburg in a long time. I mean, if you're willing to let me use yours, Jesse, but I wouldn't go speak, I wouldn't go put that out there without asking you. $50 would help. It would. That would put us closer. I would, if anybody is thinking about helping in Cash App is what you have, I would direct you to Jesse. Then Jesse can direct it my way. I mean, anything going towards the $400 is helpful. Now, that's not money laundering. That's nowhere near the definition of money laundering. Sending it to one person, them sending it to me. Money laundering is taking money you made illegally and then putting it through a legal business and taking the money out that way. Again, the cash express places and title loan places put me with the bill that I cannot afford right now. I go and I do a cash advance of $400 against my check, and then um, the 400, not 40. I wished it was just 40. I wouldn't be stressing that much if it was 40. Um, Molly, I don't know the answer to that right now. We was surviving, but then stuff comes up, and I can't handle the stuff that comes up. I'm going from week to week. Okay, Jesse. So it's kind of like I can't get to the point of when something comes up. And what came up was it had to have been taken care of the way it was taken care of. When she got out of the hospital, she couldn't take care of herself very well. So time was missed. Got behind. Trendon, I would appreciate it. How would you like to send it? Teresa and Hank, I sure don't. Had a verbal agreement with these people. Tristan, I'm gonna tag you in my Venmo. No, I'm not lying. Give me 1 second, guys. Hey, Steelers girl. It shouldn't ask for that. I have mine's. Mine's not set up that way. If it does, just let me know. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, if you tried and it does, let me know, and I'll let you know what the last four is. Hey, Georgia. Um, God bless. What was the old phone number I got associated with that? I used to remember it. Try Trending. Try 2240. Do you have it? I'm not for sure, Georgia. Um, I've had this phone number for so long. If you look and it's not 2240, then that would be the old one. But I can't remember what the. Hang on 1 second. Hey, Blonde Delta. Y'all give me 1 second. I've got $100 to my name and got hit yesterday with I need to come up with 500 by Monday. Trending, did you try the 1335? See if that might work. The 2240 should have worked because, yeah, 1335. I think that was the old phone number that was associated with it. But I've changed everything out to my new phone number that I've had. Well, it's not new. I've had it for a long time. I've had this number for going on 2 years, so I don't know why it's still. PayPal would definitely work. I'll tag you in PayPal. Shoot. Or was it 1334? That one, right? I don't know. It's been changed. I don't know why it's still showing. Hey, Papa. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for the heart me. Angela's doing better day by day. She's getting stronger every day. She's walking without her walker now. Um, Still hooked up to the oxygen 24/7 though. Um, right now we're just kind of, hey Jesse, we're trying to get all the help we can get coming up with this money for the room. Yeah, that's a blessing that she's getting better. Thank you for the gift, Papa. Rambo, it is going towards our rent, the rent that I've got to pay by Monday, our back rent, to keep us from being evicted. So every dime is going towards that. I've even put my beard up. If we can raise the 400, I'll shave my beard off on a live. Beard and mustache. Y'all, smooth. Or facial hair. I mean, I can't keep just the mustache. I think that would look weird. Hey, Sunny Love, how are you doing? So, if anybody would like to help with anything at all, guys, I can tell y'all the way to go about getting everything to us. Can't help completely understand that. I mean, at times they're tough for everybody. I get that. I really do. Everybody's so quiet. But I don't really know what to talk about, guys. And I know I don't want to go in here and just sound like a broken record, but thank you, Papa. I appreciate that. It does. It's anything that gets us closer is a blessing. So that puts at 385 is what's needed. Thank you so much. Juju is doing fine. She's over here in her little bed asleep. Let me tell you, it helps. It really does. Thank you. I mean, anything that moves the needle closer to the mark that's needed, it helps. So, thank you so much. And if the trending person was legit going to send something, I'll let everybody know when that comes through. But so far, it's nothing, and I don't know if it will be anything. Who knows? Thank you, Papa. I appreciate that. Oh, Papa. It's just, man, I tell you, this caught me out of nowhere. I mean, it really did. It's like I'm thinking everything's fine, and then bam, hey, we've got to have everything caught up by Monday. What? How much is everything? And it was like 500. I was like, oh, I've got $100 to my name left. I'm just like, What's another Tootsie Roll? I call her Tootsie Rolls because she's so sweet. But if anybody can help us out with anything, guys, anything going towards this would be a lifesaver. It really would. Get past this and then start making positive steps forward again. And hope and pray that we never have another 6 weeks like we've had since the end of June. I know we all go through hard times. Being a son of a plumber. Son of a plumber, baby. I know about hard times. I wined and dined with kings and queens. And then I slept in a ditch and ate Anyhow, it goes. Ate some beans. Tracy, we've been doing pretty good here. We just, we've been here for a minute and we've kind of gotten behind on the rent, and that's what tonight's live is trying to come up with the help to get the rest of the money for the back rent that I have to pay by Monday now. So, if anybody can help with anything, we're still $385 short. Yeah, I wished you did send 30. That's weird. The other day, Jesse, I'd close TikTok and a video was just kept on playing on loop. It's like I'd open up other apps and it was still that same video that I was watching just playing in a loop. Not the actual video, but the sound from it. I was just like, this is. I had to completely restart my phone to get it to stop. Oh God. Good old technology, It does. But if anybody can help with anything, guys, I gotta pay $500 by Monday morning at 8. I've got 115 of it right now. I'm a long ways off, but with help, I can get there. Hey, Lisa, Angela's doing better. She's getting better every day. She's still hooked up to oxygen and everything, but she's this week she decided she wasn't using her walker anymore, so she's getting her strength back really good, and she gets better every day. Thank you for asking. Yeah, she's been home. She's been home from the hospital since the 27th. I think it was the 27th or 28th. I'm sure it was the 27th. So there's just a lot going on in those 9 days she stayed there. And then we've been dealing with other stuff after that, but I'm not talking about that here. So we haven't been on in a while. I came on Tuesday and Wednesday night, just came on to talk and see how everybody was doing and everything. Sally, I don't mind you asking. She went in. She had 2 seizures back to back. She went in for that. Um, they ended up admitting her because her heart rate wouldn't go below 150. Even with them giving her meds and stuff, still wouldn't go below 150. Um, so they put her to sleep, shocked her out of AFib. Um, she spent a couple of nights in ICU. Um, they had her hooked up to a BiPAP machine most of the day. Both those days she was in ICU. She still does one of those here at home for at nighttime. Um, she had fluid around her lungs, and the top part of your heart, the top part of her heart is beating faster than the bottom part of her heart. Is that how they described it? So her heart's not beating just right. So uh, she has a trip to the cardiologist this coming week. So yeah, I told him that. I knew it was 9 days. Haven't been told she has SVT. SVT. Uh, right now, they was treating her for the irregular heartbeat, and she's been going back to her cardiologist, um, getting more tests and stuff done. Do what? Yeah. She's got to go there Monday. Um, they did. She did get to see a neurologist while she was there. She has that doctor appointment coming up soon, and they put her on a different seizure meds. Uh, what's it called? Don't get me. I can't name half this stuff off. I can't name half the stuff I'm on. Um, I do know this much. Eliquis is high. If anybody ever gets put on Eliquis, that stuff is. You're not going to convince me it costs them that much to make it. Yeah, it's one of those you got to. I don't know how it's pronounced. I spell it to everybody. LACOSAMIDE is what she's on for her seizures now, and that's been doing great. It's been helping with her seizures, um, and her headaches. Her headaches are just about where she would go some days and have a headache 3 or 4 days in a row. Um, Now it's very rare that she's having to take anything because her head's hurting her. So it all was, Sally. It all was. It was. It scared me. I mean, it scared me. It scared the hell out of me. There ain't no other way to put it. So, and then I had to take care of her after she got home for about a week solid. Till she got her started getting her strength built back up to where she could do more stuff on her own. So want to put Juju on a CPAP machine the way she's snoring. But if anybody can help with anything at all going towards just 385, that's stuff for to pay this back rent, guys. Y'all would be saving our butts. I have to take my night meds here in a minute. My blood pressure got out of whack in the middle of all of that. It was just I don't even talk about that. My blood pressure got so bad in the middle of all that I actually ended up in the ER one night. Um, I was sitting here after she got home and I was like I can't get my blood pressure to drop. And that's your opinion. You can go give it on your page. Oh yeah, Jesse, you're here. Um, but I ended up in having to do the good old ER, the ambulance ride to the ER because they couldn't get my blood pressure and stuff to drop. Okay, Jesse. It's been pretty good in here tonight. There ain't been nobody really just acting crazy, you know. Sonny, who is she supposed to be letting know that you're a good woman? Okay. Oh, okay. What, did your other account get blocked or something? Or oh, okay. Well, we got you on this one though. You should be all right on this one. Um, she is Kimber. She's doing better every day. She's not completely out of the woods yet, but she's doing better every day. Huh. Your last name is actually her maiden name. I'm guessing that was your last name. I just looked at your profile and that's what it said. Sonny, if you will send me a DM with your other name in it, I'll look and get you unblocked. It'll be after this live, but I'll get you just send me that message. I'll get you unblocked. But if anybody can help me out with anything at all going towards it, guys, it would be definitely be appreciated. Hey, Jen, how are you doing? Yeah, Kimmer, I looked at your profile and your last name is Angela's maiden name. Well, that's good. I guess I'll keep mine. I've had it for 46 years. I'll keep it a little bit longer. But if anybody can help with anything, guys, we need all the help we can get. So, pretty boring Saturday night we're having here, isn't it? I don't even know. I don't know what to talk about. It's like it's. I wished I could be doing it here. I really do. So I would do that to make some extra money, but I can't seem to get ahead enough to get the car fixed to where it's running great to, or even just good, to be able to do anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's better there. Had a weird glare coming across hitting my glasses and was just doing something strange. I wonder why my right eyebrow's got a bigger arch in it. It's never had that before. Hey, Wingo. What was it The Rock used to do? I can't get mine to do it. Anyway. Hey, Bird Bath, how are you doing? Yeah, it definitely would. There was somebody up here door dashing the other day in a big old Dodge. I still call them Dodge Rams, big old Ram truck. And I was like, man, how do you make any money? As expensive as gas is, how do you make money dashing in a truck with a V8 engine in it? I feel you on that one. Yeah, it's crazy. They get you every way they can. I should have took that guy up on his offer earlier and see if he was real about that 350 to cut my beard. Some of the names you see on here is just insane. Guys, if anybody could help with anything going towards this 385 total. Joy, I'm going to guess that's supposed to be how are you and Angela doing? What are you doing? Oh. We are, I'm stressed beyond belief. She's doing better, though. She's getting better every day. How are you doing tonight, Joy? I was like, when I first looked at it, I was like, it's how are you? Not how rude you. Daggum autocorrect gets us all. But if anybody can help with anything at all, guys. Well, there's 84 people in here. Does nobody want to talk? We can talk about other things besides just our problems. We can have a casual conversation, while I'm on. But it's like, man. Hey, Annette, how are you doing? Blind Delta, I seen you pop on earlier, but I was trying to figure something out with my Venmo. Um, Trying to come up with the rest of the money to pay our back rent before Monday, before we get evicted. That's kind of what's going on at this time. Terry, yeah, we moved to a studio apartment. So been here for a minute. But if I don't come up with this is a total $500. I need 385. If I don't come up with that, we're going to lose it. So, uh, Blonde Delta, I thought I did answer it. Did you not hear me? We are trying to get help with the rest of this. We owe $500 in back rent. Got behind when Angela was sick. Um, Had an agreement made with the place to pay so much, so much of it off. They came up to me yesterday and told me they wasn't going to do the agreement. They needed the $500 that we're behind by Monday, or they're starting the eviction process. Hey, Nay. Hey, Nay. So that's kind of what's going on. I mean, kind of what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. I mean, I'm needing anyone that can help to please send a donation to my Venmo, PayPal, or my friend's Cash App that can get it to me. Yeah, that would definitely be enough. It'd be more than enough. Blonde Delta, I completely agree with you. I completely agree. I mean, it's just, and that's what we've been focused on. Like I said, we had this agreement made with them, and then yesterday they pulled the agreement out from underneath me, and it kind of left me in a spot where I done paid everything for the week, and I'm just like, what? Because we're under the same umbrella company, and they have hotel rooms, and they have apartments, and then they have one bedrooms, and then on the other property that they own next door, they have across the road, they have two two I think 3 bedroom apartments. I'm not sure on the three. I know they got two, and they still let people kind of advance up in them, and they can still pay by the week. And that's what I've been doing because it's been a lot easier on us to pay by the week than it has been just to try to save the money up and give it to them for a month and then go to a month. Um, So got behind. They was working with me, and that deal's gone. So I'm in panic mode at this time. So now I'm asking anybody that can help with anything. I do have a car. It is messed up still. I got one problem fixed and had another one, and just haven't been able to I haven't been able to get ahead enough to fix that. We used to do battles all the time to try to earn some extra money. Um, I sat here one night for about 5 hours and did battles and made about $30. So it's certain people have ruined that for us. Um, I see people get on here and make good money battling. I see people get on. I know a guy who gets on here. This TikTok is his job. He'll tell you that. He gets on here and he battles. That's it. All day. From 8, 9 o'clock in the morning until midnight. But he's making really good money at it. I can't be on here that long battling. I wished I could. Wished I could make half the money he makes in a week. Because half the money he makes in a week is about double what I make working. We used to make pretty decent money battling. We used to get on here for a few hours a night. Man, come Wednesday, we'd have a pretty decent payout. And that's all we'll see out of that Andrew profile up there that said that a while ago. Unfortunately, with a sick wife, living in a truck, driving around doing the CDL stuff wouldn't work too well. Grace, I'm needing 385. I'm asking anybody if you can send anything at all, and you decide you want to help, please. Um, um, I'm not asking one person. I'm not asking if you can't send that, don't send. I'm asking if you can send anything. We're $385 short. Anything's going towards it, um, and anything helps. It does. Thank you, wishful thinker. Prayers work great. Lisa, we've got a little studio apartment. We've been renting. We still pay it by the week. Thank you, Nana. Um, I've learned something too about this. If someone comes into your live and they offer more help than what's needed, most of the time they're not going to be helped. That's why I just didn't get too ecstatic a while ago about the Andrew guy. I was like, "Oh, would 500 work?" Well, you sat here and heard me say 385 four times. I've never had someone say that and actually help. Um, some people get a kick out of saying they're going to help, and then they never do. And I don't understand that. You see somebody down on their luck needing help, and you ask them, "Hey, do you need some help?" "Yeah, I'm gonna help you." You get all this information, and then you ghost them. Thank you, Lisa. Well, right now that's what we're on here for, is to try to keep it. Um, as of right now, I don't know. I don't know how much longer we will have it. So thank you, Sammy. We was doing a little bit better. I've been off because she's been sick and stuff, and that's when there's no time in the day to even think about getting on here. Right now we're stuck in a bad spot. Thank you for the rose. Got behind on the rent, and the place that we rent at, and was letting me catch up with it, a little bit as we go. And they decided yesterday that they wasn't going to honor that anymore. They wanted it all by Monday. And if they don't have it by Monday, they start the eviction process. I tell you, I remember the world before social media, and I think it was a better place. Well, I'm $385 short of what I need to pay them. I'm $500 behind, and I'm 385 short. I had $100 left after paying everything yesterday, and someone's helped me with $15 a day. It definitely would be. I like the idea of cell phones. I've always loved cell phones, but it's like before smartphones, the world was a better place. It was nice to know that if I get out somewhere and I have an issue with the car or something happens, I can get a hold of somebody with my phone. But when our phones became so smart, it's just social media has destroyed our world as we knew it. We all use it. I use it daily. All right, Jesse, you be safe. All right, I'm flying solo in here, guys. I have no moderators working right now. It's all right. Everybody's been pretty decent tonight. You know, people just seem nicer to each other back before social media. Relationships seem to last longer before social media. we trusted each other before social media. And we're such Sarah, I answered your question. I don't know. I don't know how I would do it sometimes. We're such a I agree with you, Steelers girl. We're such a herd mentality. Lady May, I'm asking for anybody if they can help me. If someone gave me a loan, I have to be upfront with you. I don't know when I could pay it back. I'm living week to week. Um, I owe other people money that I can't get back to them because I'm some days I'm day to day on just trying to live. That's the honest answer. I would love to pay back people that I owe money to. Um, and clear that slate. But I'm like that. I'm like that cartoon where the guy's just got his nose out of the water. I don't even have my head out of the water. I just got the nose out. So, Tina, it no. Hey, Trendon. So, but like I was saying, we're a herd mentality. We was getting it there for a little bit, Sierra, and then it got cut out. It got cut down. Um, but we're about to be moving into our hot season. So I just now seen it, Lady May. It gets paid. Um, I pay it. I pay rent out by the week where we're at. They allow me to still pay it by the week. Um, it's just this back rent. I couldn't catch up on it, and they took the deal that we had of catching up on it out from underneath me, and they wanted it all at one time on Monday. So I've already paid some of it, but it was like, hey, you got $500 left of the back rent that you owe. We want it. We need it by Monday, or we're filing the eviction. So, like I said, I'm week to week, so it's like it can be covered. But if something happens that's not one of the 2 to 3 things that I can cover, it hurts. You know, I was a grand total of 2.5 weeks behind, which put me a little bit over $700 behind. Uh, and before anybody says that seems like a lot for a studio, it's still with our utilities are included in our rent. So, um, and we got a furnished one because we had nothing. So, but so I was 2.5 weeks behind. I paid it down to 500, and that's when they came up and it was like, hey, we need the full 500, and I'm just like, okay, by when? Oh, by Monday. Holy crap! They told me that yesterday afternoon. Um, I've tried to do everything that I possibly could before getting on here and asking for help. We do have a little studio apartment now. We've stepped up from the hotel room. Um, Within the same company though, but we've stepped up from a regular hotel room that they had to a studio efficiency type apartment. So, and trying desperately not to lose it. Trendon, did you see where I tagged you in my um, PayPal, buddy? KP, I have no idea what you're saying. English is the only language I speak, and some people say I don't speak it all that great. Lady May, no, it's not my first time having to ask for help. I've had to ask quite a bit just to make it. I have. We have moments where we don't have to ask, and then we have moments where we've got to have help. Oh no! Can anybody translate what KP's saying? I don't know what other one that is. So there really isn't, and I don't care how many times you got to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with it, but people try to make you feel like you're the biggest dirtbag in this world if you've got to ask for help. And that's where we get back to what I was saying about the. Oh, well, I've got one, so there we go. But it's back to the herd mentality. If you, it doesn't have to be the truth, but if I can get enough people to say it, it becomes the truth. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for that. Uh, hey, DD, how are you doing? And that's thank you, Papa. Papa. It's just that's the mentality of, and I'm not saying this because what you just said. I am, but I'm not. Uh, Standing up against something that someone else thinks is bad, that the group thinks is bad, is one of the bravest things you can do now. If you know in your heart of hearts that this a group of people is, and it can be about anything. I'm not just saying about me or somebody else on here. It can be politics. It can be anything out there. If a group of people are standing in hatred to something, and it's 100 people are there, and 99 of them are following the majority of the group of this. I hate this, and then you get one person that stands out and goes, this hate isn't right. This isn't bad. This isn't that bad. Why are we hating this? It takes guts for somebody to stand up and say that. And there is a lot of herd mentality on this app. They can't pay directly to them, but I have no issue showing the receipt. I really don't. I mean, I have no issue at all showing that, hey, this is where this got paid to. But as far as calling them and paying it, they can't. They can't process it that way. I have shown proof numerous times of where, hey, I asked for money to help for food. I've sent people receipts of, hey, this is what I bought. This is where every dime of it went. You know, needed help with the room. Hey, this is how much I told you it was. This is exactly what was paid. You can see the receipt. I've done that numerous times. And I know that gets said a lot. I know it does, but I really don't. That's kind of how I'm taking it, Kit. I'm kind of thinking that the agreement was verbal. It didn't get caught up in time, and now they're at the end of the month, got to balance their books. And, you know, pass gas in your face for $385. Come on. Oh, Lord. That's a joke, by the way. Hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I don't care. Thank you. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it, how it's going down, Kid. Is it's just, it was verbal. They didn't document it. And now we're sitting here and they got to balance their books, and somebody above them is going, hey, why are they $500 behind? You know, but if anybody can help with anything, guys, it would be so appreciated. I couldn't tell you what it would mean to us if anybody could help us out with anything at all. Thank you, Kit. And I'm very willing to do that for anybody else. Y'all hang on one second. I'm going to mute. Ask the missus a question. Okay, everybody. I was checking on her. She's getting kind of sleepy. I'm going to stay on till about 10:30. And then we'll get her. The only thing she really has to have help with, well, she don't have to have help with it now. She figured out how to get in it herself, is getting in our bed, because she is still having some problems with strength in her legs, but it's getting a lot better. But our bed is so high, she's still having issues with getting up into the bed. But she has figured out a way to do it without any help. Can y'all hear me? Am I still on mute? No, I took it off mute. Can y'all hear me good? Okay. She was in the hospital for 9 days. Um, who asked that up there? Jen. She was in the hospital for 9 days. Um, but she went through a lot in those 9 days. Um, Carly, I've gotten a $15 donation, so I've got $115 to go towards the 500. So I'm still 385 short. Um, yeah, when she went in, they was like, "Well, we'll keep you a day or two." Then a day or two turned into, "Well, we'll keep you another day." Then it was another day, and then it was, God bless. Like I said, it was 9 days of going in. The original reason she went in is she had two pretty gnarly seizures back to back. I had to call 911 for her because she wasn't responding to me after the second one. Um, when she got there, um, they couldn't get her heart rate to drop, and that turned into the biggest ordeal was the heart rate because they found her top part of her heart was beating faster than the lower part. She had fluid around her lungs. Um, so she's been on a marathon of meds ever since to pull fluid off of her. To She's on one pill to help her heart rate. She's on Eliquis, and if you're ever on Eliquis, dear Lord, that is a very, very expensive med. Um, B Rusty, the 385 is to keep us from being evicted from our home. I have to pay $500 by Monday morning, 8 o'clock, and I've got $115. I'm asking anybody if they can help with anything towards that. You know, you find in your heart to do it. Anything helps. So, but the Eliquis is stupid high. They was sending her home with 6 meds, 6 prescriptions, and they was a little bit over $400. But 390 of those was the Eliquis. And I was just like, holy crap. I was like, what? You know, and it was just unbelievable. And then the other day, um, she ran out of her meds, but her doctor's appointment was a week away. So they called her in a week's prescription of her meds. And 7 days worth of Eliquis, 14 pills. Or was it you take that once a day or twice a day?
Twice, I think. Yeah.
Twice. Um, $87. That's with insurance. Because the other meds was like $3 a piece. One was like 9, and the other ones was 3. The Eliquis was still that high with it. Um, so and just the price that it was the other day was just for a week. And I'm just like, God, you know, you can't convince me it costs that much to make those pills. So she was on a seizure med at one time, and I had amazing insurance through NSK, and really, My GT Stormy just said you can go on their website and get their card and get it for $10 for 30 pills.
What is it?
The Eliquis, yeah,
Oh, does that mean?
the Eliquis website itself. Yeah, they told me we got lucky that she did get some samples of it to come home with from the hospital because I couldn't afford that. No way I could. Still can't. So, and we told him is like there's got to be other blood thinners out there that she can take. You know, you're not going to convince me that there's only one blood thinner ever made. So, I got to take my night blood pressures here in a minute. She's looking that up right now, though. Yeah, when we go to her doctor's appointment Monday, we're requesting that they change it because I I'm struggling now to make it from a week to a week. You know, then we got to throw in $400 worth of meds every month. You know, how does anybody make it with that? So let's be honest. I don't care how good your job is, how good this, that, and the other is. How does some people afford these meds? Okay, definitely will. You know, I we're sitting here don't know if we're going to keep a place to live or not, and then they're cramming $400 worth a month, $400 a month worth of prescriptions on top of me, and I'm just like, guys, I'm barely breathing out of the water. You know, a while ago I said I'm the guy who's in that cartoon that's got his nose stuck out of it. Um, Hell, this month I might be the guy that's got the straw sticking out of it. And that's ridiculous, Kit. It's like I don't understand. I just don't. I don't get why medicines. I get it. I get why. I do get why because there's greedy people out there in this world who knows that people need these meds and they know, you know, they're gonna have to have them. Okay. Thank you, Stormy. I'm gonna be checking. She's checking on the website now, but it's just like, man, the greed is insane out there. Mark Cuban was trying to start. I don't know how it went. I haven't looked into it. A mail order. I don't blame you, Trish. He was trying to do the mail order prescription stuff, and he was charging 10% over cost. That was his plan. The last time I've seen him talk about it. Um, Basically, if a med came into him and it cost them $55 to acquire that medicine, he sold it back to the consumer for, well, your shipping costs. You got to pay your own shipping, so you got shipping plus 10%. So you would pay $55 for that med because okay, $50 plus 10% plus your shipping. So you're in for maybe $60, $65 for a med that same med that he was. I can't remember what the medicine was, but he was talking about how he could acquire it for $50 for a 30-day supply, but the pharmacies are selling it for $400. How much percent of a markup is that, guys? $50 to acquire a 30-day supply. Yeah. And that's insane. That is insane. I have no idea what a dolphin bed is, but $5 grand a month. Is it 15% now, DH? I knew when I first seen him talk about it, and it's been a minute since I seen it. He was talking about it being 10%, still at 15%. That's
It
huh?
says that I'm not eligible for it.
Not eligible for it. They said your doctor can give you a card too.
Okay. I would order that because they just said on there I would be eligible.
Well,
So,
well, Andrew, I'm gonna be on here for quite a bit tomorrow, trying to get help, and I'm going to be trying to find out if anybody needs any help doing anything that they're paying cash for, because I'm in a bad situation right now. So I would like to tell you that tomorrow I'm gonna be spending the day with the wife and all that good stuff, but that is crazy, Kit. I can paint. Yes, I can be Rusty. Okay, Andrew, I will check it when I get off of here, buddy. Not sure how close I am to Henning. Uh, Listen, I'm going to shoot you a follow back when I get off here. I'm going to look at the map and see how close I am to Henning, and I'll DM you, and we'll go from there with that. That sounds good to you. I know Henning a little bit. I just don't know how close I am to Henning at this point. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm about to get off here also, too, guys. Um, One last big push, I guess. If anybody can help us with anything going towards this room, guys, uh, please, if you want to help and you don't want to do it publicly, just DM me. Um, the missus is getting kind of sleepy, so we'll get off here so she can get in the bed and get her some rest. When she lays down, she has to use her BiPAP machine, so um, we'll let her lay there peacefully with that on and get her some sleep. And thank you, everybody who popped on and talked tonight. Uh, and we'll see you guys down the road.